Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir and ma'am, and everyone. Myself, Shivani Sharma, along with my group members Aman Singh Parihar, Ayush Mukati, Lucky Khan, Nisha Narvaya, Roshni Singh, Shevali Shukla. We are here to give a presentation on the topic corporate accounting scandal at Satyam Computers. So these are the content in the topic. Lucky, please change the slide. Introduction. First point is Satyam Computer Service Limited. Satyam Computer Service Limited was founded in 1987 by Mr. Ramalingam Raju. Satyam Computer was an Indian information technology service company based in Hyderabad, India. It is the firm began with 20 members, and suddenly it arises, and by 2008 it employs 53,000 IT professionals across the world. It is the fourth largest company with profile customers. Next point is achievements before scam. In 2007, Mr. Ramalingan Raju was awarded with the Entrepreneur of the Year by Ernest and the Young Award. In 2008, on April 14, Satyam won awards from MZ Consults for being a leader in India in corporate governance and accountability. And in September 2008, the World Council for Corporate Governance awarded Satyam with Golden Peacock Award for Global Excellence in Corporate Accountability. And unfortunately, in less than 5 months after Golden Peacock Award, this massive fraud has came out. Now about Satyam Computer Scandal. Satyam Computer Scandal Service was a corporate scandal affecting India's based company Satyam Computer Services in 2009, in which Chairman Mr. Ramalingan Raju confessed that he has falsified the company's account. On 7th January 2009, Raju resigned, confessing that he had manipulated the accounts of the firm in several forms. Now, people behind the scam were Mr. Ramalingan Raju, the founder and chairman of the company, and his brother, Mr. B. Rama Raju, who is the managing director, who hid the deception from the company's board, auditors, and managers. Now, the Satyam fraud was dubbed as Indian Aeron, and to understand and evaluate it more briefly, my group member Nisha will continue further.
Thank you, Shivani. Let's move toward our next topic, that is accounting scandal of Satyam Computers. So the first, Lucky, change the slide. Lucky, okay, thank you. So accounting scandal of Satyam Computer. So the first topic is um, um how did it started? According to CBI, the Indian Crime Investigation Agency, the fraud activity dates back from April 1999, when the company embarked on a road to double digital annual growth. As of December 2008, Satyam had a total market capitalization of 3.2 billion USD. So, as we all know, for greedy man, even his tom is too small. As Satyam was growing rapidly in the market, put his, but his greed for money, power, competition, success, and prestige compelled Mr. Raju to ride the tiger, which lead to violation of all duties imposed on them as fiduciaries: the duty of care, the duty of loyalty, the duty of disclosure towards the stakeholders. Second point, how did B.R. Raju fool
Your
the
voice is
fool?
not clear, Nisha.
Actually,
Okay.
ma'am, I am out of station, so there is network issue.
Okay, okay. Continue.
दिशा बेटा तो कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, माइक क्लोज कर लो, सब कुछ ठीक है, माइक क्लोज कर लो बेटा।
Okay, sir.
क्या बात?
So The next point is, how did B.R. Raju fool the world? By making fake invoices. Mr. Raju and the company's global head of internal audit used a number of different techniques to perpetrate the fraud. So they created fake customer identities and generate fake invoices against their name. False revenues. After generating the fake invoices, they started inflating revenue into the company's financial statement. Falsified bank statement. Using his personal computer, Mr. Raju created numerous bank statements to advance the fraud. Fake salary accounts. He created 6,000 fake salary accounts over the past few years and appropriate the money after the company deposited it. Third point, details of scam. The balance sheet and profit and loss account as of September 30, 2008 shows that inflated non-existent cash and bank balance of rupees 5,040 crore as against rupees 5,361 crore reflected in it in the books. Lucky slide is not visible. Okay. And non-existent accrued interest of rupee of 376 crore and unstated liability of rupees 1,230 crore on account of fraud funds arranged by him, and debtors position of rupees 490 crore is overstated against rupees 2,651. Revenues of rupees 2,700 crores and an operating margin of rupees 649 crore as against the actual revenues of rupees 2,112 crore and an actual operating margin of rupees 61 crore. For further discussion, I would like to call Aman.
Thank you, Nisha. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. And Lucky, don't change the slide. Yeah. So the point is manipulation in balance sheet and financial statement. On 7th January 2009, Satyam's chairman Ramalinga Raju resigned after notifying board members and the Security and Exchange Board of India (SEBI). The Satyam's account had been falsified. Raju confessed that Satyam's balance sheet of September 30, 2008 contained following irregularities as shown in the table in the slide. He faked figures to extent of rupees 5,040 crore of non-extant cash and bank balance as against 5,361 crores in the books. Acquired interest of rupees 376 crore non-existent. Under stated liability of rupees 50 rupees 1,230 crores on account of funds raised by Raju and overstated debtors position of rupees 490 crore. He accepted that Satyam had reported revenue of rupees 2,700 crore and operating margin of rupees 649 crores, while the actual revenue was 2,112 crores and the margin was 61 crores. In other words, inflated figures for cash and bank balance of rupees 1.04 billion dollar versus uh, uh, versus 1.1 billion US dollar. And next point is Mr. Ramalinga Raju confession. On January 7, 2009, Mr. Raju disclosed in a letter as to Satyam Computers Limited Board of Directors that he had been manipulating the company's accounting numbers for years. Mr. Raju claimed that he overstated assets of Satyam's balance sheet by 1.47 billion, nearly $1.47 billion, nearly $1.04 billion in bank loans and cash that the company claimed to own was non-existent. Satyam also underreported the liabilities on its balance sheet. Satyam overstated income nearly every quarter over the course of several years in order to meet analyst expectation. Thank you. And for further explanation, I invite to Lucky.
Roshni, now slide. Good morning, sir. My topic is the auditor roles and factors contribute to frauds. Waterhouse Coopers auditors, global auditors firm of Satyam Computers books June 2000 until discovering of the fraud 2009. Second, the auditors failed to catch up the massive scam nearly 9 years, but Merrill Lynch exposed the fraud only 10 days. Why is not catch up the fraud? Because the Satyam auditors involve manipulation of balance sheet and income statement, and also Satyam's paid payment twice to PwC firm compared to others firms. Third, factors contribute to frauds. First, lack of transparency. Second, rating agencies and investors, auditors failures. Lack of transparency. In this case, there are have not provide correct, sufficient, and credible pictures. Then there have a lack of transparency. Second, rating agency we not allowed to look into the company books. They never investigate the financial condition of Satyams, and there is agency display lack of due diligences. Third, external auditors failure. External and internal auditors allow various financial irregularity such as improper verifications, cash and bank balance. Thank you. Now I would like to call Shefali to continue presentation.
Thank you, Roshni. Now I am telling about after effect of Satyam scandal. First one is share price and market status. Satyam share fell to 11.50 rupees on January 10, 2009, their lowest level since March 1998 compared to a high of 544 rupees in 2008. In the New York Stock Exchange, Satyam share peaked in 2008 at US $29.10 by March 2009. They were trading around US $1.80, thus investor lost $2.82 billion in Satyam. Second one is reappointment of board of director. The government appointed a new board of directors for Satyam to try to save the company. The board's goal was to sell the company within 100 days. To devise a plan of sale, the board hired Goldman Sachs and Avendus Capital and charged them with selling the company in the shortest time. Third one is acquisition by Mahindra. Tech Mahindra bought Satyam for $1.13 per stock market value before Mr. Raju revealed the fraud. Tech Mahindra purchased 51% of Satyam on April 16, 2009, successfully saving the firm from a complete collapse. With the right change, India can minimize the rate and size of accounting fraud in Indian capital market. Fourth one is investigation. When investigation followed, Indian authorities arrested Mr. Raju's brother B. Ramu Raju, its former managing director Srinivas Valdramani, the company's head of internal audit, and its CFO on criminal charges of fraud. Indian authorities also arrested and charged several of the company auditor PwC with fraud. There were
शिवाली,
also
you can
several.
on your camera. कैमरा ऑन कर लो बेटा.
Yes, ma'am. There were also several civil there were also several civil and criminal litigation cases continue in India, and civil litigation continue in the United States. Some of the main victims were employees, client, shareholder, bankers, and Indian government. Thank you. Now I would like to call Lucky for further explanation.
Thank you, Shivali. My topic is corporate governance issue at Satyam. Corporate governance issue on a quarterly basis. Satyam earnings grew. Mr. Raju admitted that he fraud which he committed amounted to nearly 276 million. In the process, Satyam grossly violated all rules of corporate governance. Chakravarti 2008. It had failed to show good relation with the shareholders and employees. CG issues at Satyam across. Because of non-fulfillment of obligation of the company towards the various stakeholders of specific interest are the following: the rules of boards and management, separation of the rules of the CEO and chairman, appointment to the board and directors, and executive companies, and protection of shareholders right and their executive fail to show good relation. All public companies must be careful when selecting executive and top level managers. Hiding the fact and from shareholders, breach of trust of stakeholders. I completed. Now I am calling Ayush for further information.
Thank you, Lucky. Now I want to tell about learn and lesson from Satyam scandal. The first one is investigate all inaccuracies. If something seems inaccurate, it is worth navigating. Just like a lots of fraud scheme initially started out small with the repeater, thinking that small changes her and there would not a big difference, and is less likely to be detected. This send a message to a lots of company: if you account are not balancing, or if something seems inaccurate, even just a tiny bit, it is worth investigating. Dividing responsibilities across a team of people make it easier to detect irregularities or misappropriate funds. Now, second point is ruined reputations. The second point is ruined reputation. Fraud look bad on a company and also look bad on the whole industry and country. Threatens future foreign investment flow into an Asian third largest company and cost a cloud over growth in a once booming outsourcing sector. And the news sent Indian stock firms into tailspin, with Bombay's main benchmark index dropping 7.3% and Indian rupees falling. Now, due to the Satyam scandal, India rivals will come under more scrutiny by regulatory inventor and customers. Third point is corporate governance need to be strong. Effective and top level executive and top level manager should think about their take decision carefully so that no other scam is ahead. There are the people who set the tone of the company. If there is corruption at the top, it is bound to tackle down. Also separate the role of CEO and chairman of the board. Splitting up the role thus help avoid situation one system. Now the third point is fourth point is disclosure or pledged security. A much need to change week after Satyam's collapse, the SEBI made it mandatory and controlling stakeholder to disclose May share pledged. And the external evidence in audit. Rule to be straight so as to ensure that auditors rely on external evidence obtained by them, and management should ensure that the internal audit suffering able to prevent and detected financially statement fraud. And independent directors, separation of personal interest and interest of the stakeholder and the company. New reforms should increase personal liability or board member and make easier to stakeholder to sue them. Thank you. Thank you.